Hello traders, my evening video. Some things that I'm looking right here. We have a very good after hour session going underway here in the ES futures. Basically, we have a low volume uh, market profile, volume profile that right at the close we came into that low volume, and then we had the Salesforce earnings come out, and the markets decided they wanted to rally on the news. It's a growth stock, and basically, I knew we were coming in tonight with a very oversold skew situation. Um, the traders had gotten way too loaded up on the put side, and so what the markets try to do, they try to navigate back to the opposite direction. And the skew, like I said in my morning video, has come off. It has had the most extreme move in the shortest amount of time ever in the history of the stock exchange. And so we were due for a significant or somewhat of a significant bounce here. We'll see if traders come in. Given the level and intensity of the skew move, there's still a lot of fear in the markets, and we're going to see if there's continuation. Today we're on a low volume, slightly low volume day, and we consolidated and migrated to the upside. Well, that's more bullish to me than bearish. And but the primary thesis, you see, we've been putting weekly value at this lower distribution because we broke out. We came to the very top of the range today on a lower volume day. That the primary thesis, in my opinion, we were going to potentially roll back down depending on what happens overnight. Okay, but considering we're breaking out here and then also on our weekly value point of controls here, we are already breaking out above that with room above, all the way up to the 2700 mark for our next resistance area. So there's a very good chance we're going to be running up to 2700 on the ES futures tomorrow, in my opinion. So we'll see what happens here and go from there. Okay, let me get to the next one. And the value point of control on your market profile, that's 2730. So honestly, once this thing starts taking off here, true value in the for the market's accepted value is the 2730 area. So that would be the logical place that we would expect the ES futures to rally to if we start seeing volume and short covering here, which I truly think the VIX is breaking down tomorrow, and it already actually closed with a breakdown on the VXN. That's the volatility index on the Nasdaq. So lots of reason to think that the markets are going extremely higher, and I have quite a few calls that I put on today into the close. Okay, the next one, that's your Nasdaq. Right here, right now, we're on a low volume point of low volume area on the volume profile, and the volume point of control is 68, 65, 91. So this is the area of where the bulls and the bears will battle a little bit. But typically, it's real easy to push. If bullish bias comes in, this is the area where it's easier to push up or push down, whichever the way the market decides to go right here. But yeah, it's a lot easier to push through at these levels in the overnight session. So basically, we're looking at the next resistance area be the 2750 area, which is right here around this area, and that's these recent lows right here. And then we would be looking for the swing lows at the 2800 level. So basically, knowing that the Salesforce was the main driving force in the after-hours session, I would think 6800 is on tap for tomorrow. We'll see what happens. Like I said, it was a below average day for the most part. And as far as weekly value go, we have busted out a weekly value, and the next venom line 67.75. So basically on the weekly basis here, you've got quite a bit of clearance here for the NASDAQ to run. So we'll see what happens in this regard. Now your Dow Jones, in my opinion, which is only 30 stocks, this is a little bit more of a problem child in my opinion. Your point of control is right here at the 64 or 24,600 area, and we are already 180 points above that on our Dow Jones. But what we're doing here, this is an inverted head and shoulders, and we are breaking out of our inverted head and shoulders on this bottoming process on a low volume point of control. So if buyers were to step up, this is a very easy area to push through. And what you would be looking for then is for the next high volume point of control, the 2,500 or the 25,000 level for the Dow Jones. And so, yeah, we have this, like I said, we're breaking out of this inverted head and shoulders right now. So a very bullish scenario with this low volume node here, potentially here. Now on the flip side here, now on our weekly market web profile here, and let's see if I can get this spread out. We, well, I can't get that to frame up right. But at any rate, we are still inside a weekly value here. So basically at the 880, 870 area, we are going to run into some resistance. So if you come over here on your volume profile here, 24,870, that kind of corresponds with these lows right here. So we should probably start seeing some responsive. It will probably come in tomorrow with the Dow at that level, in my opinion, if the markets hold up here. And we'll see if we can push through during the regular session hours tomorrow. But yeah, we do have market web's value to break out of, and that will probably take the it'll probably have to happen during regular market session hours. Okay. And now let me show you a few stocks I want to show you here. Okay, Salesforce.com. It has outright blown through the expected move already. And we are up here in this extremely extended area here for Salesforce. And if the markets do continue to get a bid tonight, which I totally expect is going to happen, we are probably going to come in tomorrow morning with CRM being about 140, 150 area, in my opinion. And you know, it's still hard to believe because you have this elongated volume profile. But in the after-hour session, that doesn't mean near as much as it does during a regular session. So, yeah, I do think we are going to get all the way up to 140, 150. And it is important to know that at that price level, you're more than double the expected move for Salesforce.com. So, yeah, the bears are definitely, or the bulls are definitely potentially coming in here and going after growth stocks once again. And that's what I've been waiting for, to get the signal that the FANGs were actually ready and ripe for investment. And if this holds up and holds true, then the FANGs are back, in my opinion. Let's see if I can get Microsoft up. Microsoft's been a beast all year long. And basically, I see it. It's going to be going up here, retesting these highs tomorrow, most likely. So the 108.70 area. We're already at the 107.63 area. So, and Microsoft is one of the chief competitors to Salesforce, and they're gaining market share actually. So, if Salesforce is doing well, then Microsoft's going to be doing well too. So, good chance that Microsoft's going to catch a nice bid, and we'll probably see Microsoft, one of the first tech stocks, breaking out to new 52-week highs as this market holds up here. Oracle is another smaller player in the space. given the news, and it's coming off an extremely, we're right here entering into a low volume area for Oracle. I almost definitely see 48 30 area for sure tomorrow, if not higher, on Oracle. It's coming off an extremely oversold situation given the news. SAP, this is one of the other companies, chief competitor to Salesforce.com. We are at the volume point of control here. I do potentially see a bid into this right here, but I would not want to try being right at the volume point of control here. This is not one that I would necessarily want to push my luck too hard on. On the weekly webs, considering where it closed at and everything, there's a decent chance we're going to run up to the 103, 104 area if the markets catch a bid tomorrow. Another company which people really don't think about too much, and they don't list it if you're looking for it, Amazon is a huge cloud player in the industry. And they are a competitor to Salesforce.com. And the FANG stocks, and I showed in my morning video, or I've been posting the FDN. That's the Internet ETF. It has crossed over into the downward bearish phase. It's in the more bullish side of the phase, making it a lot easier to catch a run in the FANG stocks off these lows right here. So basically, I can definitely see a bid into the Amazon tomorrow. Probably a healthy bid over 1,600 tomorrow. So just keep that in mind that Amazon could be definitely a hot stock tomorrow. And the final one that I want to talk about, and that's Alibaba. They are going to mop up in China because now with all the trade wars, Amazon's not going to have a chance to go in there and get any business from the local, from the Chinese country. So they are just now entering into the cloud space in a big way, gaining substantial market share. 30-40% growth every quarter type thing. It's amazing the growth that they are in getting here right off out of the gate. So we saw a bid in Baba today. I did try to take a short in it towards the end of the day, and I had my defined stop, and I didn't lose any money on it, but I got out. And now with the Salesforce, amazing numbers. You do not want to short Baba. Even on geopolitical tensions here, at least here and not in the not so distant future. Okay, because I do think Bob is probably going to be one of the hottest end of the year stocks. We're probably going to see back up to close to $200 by the end of the year, in my opinion. We'll see what happens. Okay, those were some of the things I wanted to talk about this evening. Good luck and good trading, and I will see you in the morning. We'll see. I'll do a quick recap in the morning of where the markets finally are going to open up. But I do expect a substantial bid in the markets overnight. Catch you later.